Hey there, it's Casey Kerr from FindYourRoar.com, and this is the Intention Connection. It's a space that I've created for myself and for you so that we can become really clear about our intentions and what we want to bring into the world so that we can become better versions of ourselves, the best versions of ourselves, and create positive change in the world. One of the things that I hear all the time from my clients, from people who attend my workshops, from people that I talk to at events is, I know what I have to do, I just have to do it. Or I know what I have to do, I just can't seem to get myself to do it. Or some variation of that. And let me tell you that there might be a million different surface reasons why you're not doing it, whatever it is. But really what it ultimately boils down to, the root cause, is a core fear, what I call core fears. And those are fear of abandonment, fear of disappointment, fear of failure, fear of physical harm, fear of rejection, fear of judgment. I know I'm missing a couple, but you get the gist of it, I think. So the simplest and most effective way for you to move yourself forward and take the action that you want to take is actually to take a look at where you are judging. Now, when I say judgment, most of us who are working very hard on our personal development and who are conscientious about the way that we show up in the world feel like, oh, I don't judge. I'm open-minded. I'm compassionate. I'm caring. I'm not judgmental. And I believe that you believe that, because I did too, until I started to look at exactly how often I am judging. And I catch my clients doing that all the time as well. And when you start to notice it, it's kind of shocking. The difference between your opinion and a judgment is this. Your opinion might look like this. I don't like that color. I don't like that restaurant. Or even, I don't like that person. A judgment would be, that color is ugly. That restaurant doesn't know how to treat their customers. Or that woman is horrible. It's not just semantics. There is a difference between those things, right? We all have a right to our opinions, but judgment is a different story. And you don't even have to say it out loud in order for it to be damaging. And I don't mean damaging to the other person. I mean damaging to you. Here's how. When you judge other people, even over trivial things like, oh, she doesn't know how to drive, she can't even pull out of that parking space, you are eroding your own sense of self-confidence, self-esteem, your own sense of security in yourself, because the conscious you is talking about that person, but subconscious you knows that if you're judging and you're a good person, then other people, other good people, are also judging. And because you judge trivial things, so do they. So that rears its ugly head often when you're the most vulnerable, when you're the most nervous or excited about putting yourself out there in some way that's just outside of your comfort zone. So that fear of being judged, even if they never say it to your face, is big, and it stops you. Self-preservation is our strongest instinct. And because of that, we will do anything not to be judged. So often that shows up in, you retracting, you pulling in, you working hard to make sure that you're not doing, saying, or being anything that would cause people to judge you. So when you do that, you really prevent yourself from being out there in the biggest way possible. And that impacts your relationships by creating a wall or a distance or a disconnect between you and the other person who feels like maybe they don't know the real you. They can't get all the way in there. In business, it creates a disconnect because it takes away that sense of authenticity that your clients and your prospects are looking for. If they can't fully know, like, and trust you, they're not going to do business with you. And in society, it has the biggest impact because it causes divisiveness. It causes misunderstandings. It causes people to compare, one against the other and compete. it causes conflict. And look at what it's doing to our country right now. To the United States, the presidential elections, it's all about judgment, right? Look at all the violence that we're experiencing as a country right now. It's scary. And it all starts with each one of us as individuals. So I'm going to challenge you. My intention is to challenge you to pay attention every single day and catch yourself making those little judgments about people. It doesn't matter how small. I caught myself doing it the other day about the way this woman was pulling out of a parking lot. And I said, oh, judgment, stop that. So pay attention to how often you do that every single day, no matter how big or small, because ultimately it's hurting you and it's hurting this world. So if you want to create more success for yourself, if you want to expand, and if you want to move forward and have a bigger impact, and if you want to create positive change, you got to start with yourself. So start with judgment, noticing it, paying attention to it, catching yourself, and stopping it. Forgive yourself for doing it, but don't do it. I would love to hear what your thoughts are about this and what you discover. So please share your comments below, and let me know what you think and how this works for you. So until next time, big hugs and a big roar. Casey Kerr out.